Good morning, everyone. Dobre utra. It is cloudy again. It's so much cooler than it was last week. Last week we were in the 30s. Now it's in the 20s, and it's a lot easier to work. As you can tell, I still have a sweater on, although it's a little bit too warm. I got to take it off. It's still morning time, though. I finished my breakfast. Everyone else is still cooking. Some people have eaten. Some people are cooking. Big firewood pile. Mama's cooking. We got some. What are we eating today? Potatoes and bacon. It's a lovely day. I am up here putting this on. This is waterproofing. In Canada, I would call it Typar or Tyvek. This stuff comes in a much smaller roll. We're used to a 9-foot wide roll, which would obviously get us way over here. I thought this was doubled up, but it's not. In any case, this is what I found to put on the roof. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant. Any water that leaks through our steel roof will run down here and off the roof and not wreck our OSB. So I'm going to put that on. The only problem putting this stuff on, of course, it makes it a lot more slipperier. See how easy that rolls? So we have to be more careful. It's much easier. I got better traction here. This doesn't move at all. Put my hand here, this slides. So we need to be more careful now. And we're going to run strapping up the roof every couple of feet on every single rafter, and then we're going to strap the other way. Once the other strapping's on, we'll have lots of traction, but until then we need to be super careful that nobody goes off the edge. Personally, I don't like putting this stuff on at all, but it is a little extra safe just in case. So the roofing manufacturers, the steel roofing manufacturers that I work with in Canada, I know them, I trust them, they got a good product, I know it won't leak. There are some that do, and from time to time you run into a problem. 98% of the time it's not an issue, but that 2%, what if it is? And here I'm not familiar. I haven't made a relationship. I'm not saying that the product here is bad. I'm saying I have no relationship with the people here and with the product here, and I have no idea. If the joints aren't made perfectly and they don't fit tight, you could end up with water leaking in your roof between the two layers of sheets. As it's coming down, it can even siphon up and over. I've seen this happen, and then you'll have consistently water leaking. I also don't know anything about their screws here. I would assume they're the same. I would assume that they're good, but the word assume, if you write it out, it's making an ass out of you and me. A-S-S-U-M-E. That's something I learned a long time ago. You should never assume that something is good because it might not be, and then you look dumb. You look like an ass, and it makes an ass out of you and me. So I'm not going to assume. I'm going to assume the worst, that the product is not as good as I would like it, and that it's better out to put this on. Now, even in Canada, it's a good idea to put this on, always, because it's just a little extra safety that you do not wreck your roof. In agricultural projects, I've never put waterproofing on underneath the steel. The steel is good enough. Everything's great. At residential, we tend to always put some kind of waterproofing underneath just in case, and it's a good idea. But it does make it more awkward. You need to walk on this. It does make it a lot less safe, in my opinion. That's why it's going on, though, is long term it's going to keep the roof better. And we're going to put a couple pieces on here, and then the other side we're going to cover it right up and over. I normally do ridge venting on my roofs. I'll have steel roofs on here, and I leave the top open so that the roof can breathe out. And we put special stuff in there. I can't think of what it's called right now, but I lay that over here before I put my ridge cap on, and that allows heat to come out of the roof and exhaust out, but it does not allow rain and snow to come back in. And we run that all the way along the ridge. I have no idea if that's available here or not. I don't know. So I'm going to plan for it by leaving part of my ridge open. If they don't have it, it's okay. The steel will cover it all up. If they do have it, then I'm ready to go for it. And we have a little bit, so I leave like maybe 2-3 inches on each side of my roof open for that. And the ridge cap generally covers I gotta think here, I think it's 6 inches each way roughly, so between 10 and 12 inches of total coverage on your ridge cap. So that's perfectly fine. It'll cover it up regardless. The other thing I'm going to look for this weekend is gable end vents. So the gable end is the wall that's directly below this peak, down below. Looking for vents for that. If I can find decent enough size one for both this side and that side, that'll also help vent the attic space. You need it vented. If you don't vent it, it's going to get hot and humid in there, and it's going to end up rotting the underside of this. I've seen that happen. I've seen a roof where they did not have adequate venting. In shingle roofs, we have these smaller ones. They're about 1 foot by 1 foot, 30 centimeters square. And they go in. And each one's good for about 600 square feet of roof space. So if you've got more than that and you only have one vent, it's not being vented properly. And so this one roof where we seen it was total black mold underneath this. From the bottom side, we crawled up in the attic. I'm like, whoa, it was just mold growing everywhere. And it's because it didn't get enough air movement. Eaves, which is what I'm standing on, this hangs over my house. We're gonna put vented soffit in so air can get in here underneath this in the attic space, and it'll travel up this, and then it can get out here. And that keeps things cool down underneath so you don't have bad air problems and moisture problems and rotting problems in your attic. If you don't have that though, if you don't have proper airflow, you could run into problems with the wood rotting. And we do not want that, of course. Now, keep water out, but allow air in is always a bit of a trick as well. And so in Canada, again, I know which products I need and where to find them. Here, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go exploring. By the time you see this video, I'm sure we'll have it figured out. But that's gonna be my project tomorrow. I'm gonna drive around town and look at different providers and see what they have. I know where I get my siding. We've already picked out some siding. Vinyl siding is what we're putting on the house. A lot of people don't like that. That's fine. Your house, you put brick on, do whatever you want. Vinyl siding has worked very well for my wife and I. It's cheap, it goes on easy, and there's some products that really look nice in our opinion, and we like it. There's no point sinking extra money into the house. It will not make me anymore. If I put brick on, or if I put steel on, or if I put vinyl siding on, it's not gonna make me any more money. It's not gonna put clothes on the backs of my kids. So we're gonna put vinyl siding on the house, and we'll hopefully get that all sorted out tomorrow. I will make that order. I'm also gonna measure up for roof steel. Gonna measure from down here, a little bit hanging over, up to the top, and I'll get that ordered. Hopefully, I think he told me it would take about a week. So if I order it today, in a week I should have it, and then we can screw that on here. And then it is completely watertight from the top. The siding I can't put on until the windows come in. They have started producing the windows now, and I should have them in 2-3 weeks from now. They will be here to install the windows and the doors. In the meantime, I want to finish the outside. I'm going to put 1-inch styrofoam all the way around the house. And we're going to put this similar product as this all the way around the house. That keeps the wind from blowing through the house, and again makes it water resistant. So any water that makes it through the siding will not rot out the OSB on the walls. And that is key to a warm house. A lot of houses don't have this on. The wind can actually blow in a lot easier. You'll feel it sometimes on an outlet in the wall. You can feel the wind blowing through. So it's important to make sure it's good and sealed that way. It is not waterproof, and it is not, you can blow through this, but it slows everything down. That is also important. If you just put plastic on the outside, you could end up with an envelope in your wall that traps moisture and actually rots things out. You don't want that. You want it to be able to breathe, but you don't want moisture and air to blow through. Anyway, it's just the way it is. Wiring, I'm working on electrical wiring right now, trying to sort that out, and hopefully we can start the wiring process this week or next as well and get the whole house wired. Next step after that is to insulate all the exterior walls, and we'll probably insulate the ceilings for noise as well, and then vapor barrier and drywall. So we're moving right along. Hopefully we can start drywalling in 2-3 weeks. I don't know, we'll see. There's really no reason why we can't, even before the windows. I'm going to put this stuff right over top of the window holes so we can actually go ahead and continue working inside, getting all the drywalling and everything done in the house. And then when they come to do the windows, we'll just cut out and they can put the windows in, and I'll do the trimming later. That's ideal. I don't know. Not everything always works out ideally, and we probably won't be able to work on that schedule, but we're pushing hard to get all that done. Well driller's coming today as well, so lots going on today.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond a bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way. No, no, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes.
I haven't done an update in a while. Beautiful weather. We're putting the roof on, as you can see. Well drillers here. They're done because they're pulling it back out now. So that's pretty cool. And I'm not sure how deep it went yet. On the roof here, we put the waterproofing on. Not waterproofing, water resistance, I guess. Put it down. We laid these straps down to bring my strapping off. Now any water that does make it through can go underneath these straps and out. So we're tacking these on. I'm gonna go get some more screws and some money for the well driller, and then Wes is gonna finish screwing them off. Of course, we gotta do the other side yet too, and then the little roof. Waylon's bringing them up, working hard. Working hard. Yep. And some of the kids are playing in the sand. Now you're up to date. What are they watching? Nani's watching us. What are the other two watching? The well drillers. So they're done. And they now just put the water pipe down. And this guy is getting ready for some water to come out. He's saying nope, no water. Maybe it got stuck in the mud, possible.
I wonder how they know.
I don't know.
If it doesn't pour out of the thing.
It might have got plugged up, maybe. I'm gonna try it again.
Oh, they might have left too long.
Plugging it in. Oops. So excited, I forgot to watch the camera, so you guys are staring at the floor. There, it's plugged in. See what we got. We got water. Is it gonna come out? I don't see him.
Things
Yep, he's nodding his head. Must be some pressure coming up.
the pipe now.
And there's some brown water.
He's gonna say, yay, it's full of parasites.
No, I don't see it now. Maybe he unplugged it.
Ralph is a little too far in.
You know, I have to say I really appreciate these guys. The last time they drilled the well, they kept checking in a couple times a day to see, hey, how's that water looking? How's that water looking? So, you know, I think they did a good job, and they were really worried about it the last time because of the sand. So they said, well, we'll try it for 4 or 5 days, see how well it goes, and then if it doesn't go well, we're going to encumber it, and that's what they're doing now. Just lifted it up some more. I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe just to see how deep, how much water there is. I don't know.
Oh, it might be that they're in the muck and bottom.
Maybe. Plugged it back in. Yep, he's nodding his head. There's some yucky water coming out. Look, look, look. So obviously there's going to be a bit of pumping involved here again as we flush out the yucky stuff. But it looks like it's going to work. And they keep shutting it off. I'm not sure what they're doing exactly. But I do trust that they know what they're doing. So if you all need a well drilled, don't forget to call them.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty.